funny.
How long is the video?
Well, this is just the clip of just the News Plus part.
How long is the News Plus video?
It's like this is the whole.
How long? No.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What's up, Bill?
What's up, Zone Zone?
What are you doing over here?
I'm watching one of my favorite pastimes is watching like keynotes of big companies because they can be so dumb and pretentious and like, and that pretentious really isn't even the right word. Just
Apples are exceptionally dumb.
apples are so bad.
I mean, other people do dumb ones too. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Apple. Well, no, Apple is exceptionally dumb.
I mean, just think of all the E3 keynotes that we've sat through for the years. Like, are you into playing sports with your friends online and having great connected experiences? You know,
Gamers love getting frags.
we're all gamers, and we love being connected to one another in a social, fast-paced, moving environment where we can connect. You're like, ugh, dude, come on. So Tim Cook is unveiling News Plus, Apple News Plus. And it's basically Tim Cook trying to sell internet society on magazines.
I'll run the video down here. It's probably not going to sync up with where we're at.
Probably
looking at it.
not. But it's a like a glossy commercial for National Geographic and Science and Time magazine and all these things. It's so freaking funny.
Do any of you out there on the internet read magazines?
Dude, like this is Wired magazine on an Apple device. So basically, Wired, New York Times are all websites that for some stupid unknown reason they print physical copies of multiple days later.
I'm surprised that they still print physical copies.
Of any, like, why
Of
would you,
anything.
like, of anything? Why would
I
you
get
do
what
that?
Game Informer does because they give them away at GameStop.
Oh, yeah.
Like if that's what I mean. Like if the New York Times like gave them away like every time you bought a bagel, like I'd be like, okay, that makes sense why they print it. It's a value add for bagels.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so here's Tim Cook. I'll timestamp this so we'll know exactly what when to come back. But
That's the Dota logo.
But listen, Tony, listen to this. Everyone, listen to Tim Cook here.
Now, probably, like many of you, I love the feeling of being at the newsstand with all those beautiful and thought-provoking magazines covering so many topics. We want them all, but we might only be able to get one or maybe two. But what if we could have them all? Well, today, we're going to do just that. We're bringing magazines to Apple News.
So I mean, it's mind-blowing listening to him talk about the merits of magazine journalism. Like, right? I mean, that's the best way to describe it. Like, the New York Times is a website that for some reason people print.
Yeah, it's mystifying.
I don't know.
Well, because it's also available, right? And what's really funny is they have these online versions available that also are unsustainable in their business model. You know what I mean? Like, that also don't make money. That also are doing everything they can to stop ad blockers because they do not have a sustainable business model. That also, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So now you're making something that I knew where to get it. I knew how to get a magazine, and now you're going to give it to me in a smaller, harder to read environment.
Less available.
Yeah. Like just the whole point of the long form journalism is part of what's killing magazines. Is I got that same story 3 days ago.
Yeah, and you got it from the Tech Yeah podcast.
And I got it from the Tech Yeah podcast, and it was dictated to me, or I got it in a little snippet. You want me to read this whole article on God knows what, on gig economy?
I like reading. And I don't like magazines. Well, I do like some magazines.
Oh, you like reading and you don't like magazines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy reading.
Oh, my God.
And I don't like magazines.
It's silly. So I don't know. I mean, I like Apple and their innovation. I mean, the original iPod was out of the box, the iPhone out of the box, and just they've consistently done things that made people go like, why do we need that? Like
Until
a phone.
Steve Jobs died.
Yeah. Until Steve Jobs died, rest his soul. Like, what am I going to do with a phone with no buttons on it? Like, how am I going to dial? I mean, those were the comments that people had.
I miss phones with keyboards.
I used to. I hung on. I had the little slidey keyboard for a while.
I had the
Had the Droid.
Pearl, the BlackBerry Pearl. It had the
yeah.
half board with the roller ball.
Yep, little track ball.
I had a Droid for a while.
Yeah, the slide out Droid was nice.
I like this. I like the slide out Droid a lot.
Flip it on over
Made
the side.
the noise when you slid it out.
Yeah,
that was nice.
But I mean, so is what we're talking about now the same as what am I going to do with no buttons on my phone? Like, are we going to in 10 years? Like, yeah, can you imagine that they had magazines not for $10 a month on Apple devices?
No, I think Apple is.
Is this a swing and a miss?
I think this whole release cycle is a swing and a miss. I think Apple credit card's a terrible idea. I don't think it's a terrible idea as in getting people in high interest rate loans is
it's great for business.
It's good for business.
It's not very.
I don't think the perception is going to be what they hope it is. It's not going to be the Amex Platinum or the Black Card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I think this gaming subscription service is a bad idea. I think you're taking a product people already see as low to no value and trying to give people a value-minded version of it that costs more than the low to no value thing does is a bad plan. And I think that it's the same exact sell with these magazines. It's something people see as zero value. Like National Geographics are the thing that like your parents. I mean, even now it's like I'm too old for that. But like your parents subscribe and have 600 copies, and they're like, "Oh, here I saved the National Geographics for you."
It's like the day you were born.
Or it's like like here I get these every month and I don't read them. You should take these. Yeah. It's like what am I going to donate them to like a Supercuts? Like what do you want me to do with these things? Like
it's arguable. I mean, I am in the mindset that if it doesn't make any money, it shouldn't exist. Like there's nothing that says that National Geographic should exist. But it does exist because it's a magazine.
Yeah, and it's the first place you see titties when you're a kid.
First place you see some tribal boobies.
Yeah, but they're still boobies.
They're still boobs. But if I really wanted to see that picture, I could find it in 2 seconds on Google.
Yeah, it's that era's over.
Like there's nothing that's giving me that I can't go find elsewhere and not have a physical copy of a magazine. But if I want a physical copy of a magazine, then you buy National Geographic. You buy the magazine if that's what you want to do. But they're trying to sell magazines to people that don't want magazines.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's just dumb. I don't see any.
Part of his speech is it's long form interviews. Like I don't buy magazines because I don't want long form interviews.
No, and you kind of do, but the problem is it's not actually a long form interview in a magazine.
Not anymore. It's not. Now we have 3-hour podcasts.
But and that's what I mean. Even if I read a magazine that's got a long form interview, it's a dozen questions.
Yeah.
With a paragraph answer to each.
Yeah.
Like that's not long. We just did way more than that. That's not long form.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I get. That's what I'm saying. They don't offer anything. There's no value perception. There's no.
Unless that's what you want. If you want something to put on your coffee table, you like flipping through. If you want that experience, then you get a magazine.
Yeah, you don't get the subscription service.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Bill, what's your hot take? What's your final take?
Tim Apple, good job, buddy.
Yeah, at least you really trolled him with the Apple logo in your Twitter name, right? I only see a square, so I guess fucking you got me, bro. You got me. TechYeahPodcast@gmail.com is where you can find us. TechYeah Podcast on Twitter. TechYeah Podcast on Facebook.
Subscribe here. Thumbs up here. Watch videos.
Yeah, watch the videos. Say hi. Honestly, just say hi.
We're really funny and charming. Go back and watch all the other videos that we've posted of the after show. You'll be delightfully entertained by us.
I feel like we're off center. Like I'm looking at the framing right now, and I'm in the middle.
We're skewing to the right for sure.
I'm gonna. When you
Are you gonna crop this?
I'm gonna zoom us in a little bit and then slide us over.
Okay.
So if you're watching this and it looks a little zoomy,
can you at least look at splicing in the Tim Apple magazine sales pitch somewhere in there? I'll give you the time card.
I'll run it in there if you want me to.
The audio too. I think it's like a 10-15 second audio clip.
All right, I will do a cut.
Okay.
And it will go full screen.
Because I want everybody
We're
to.
gonna go full screen Tim Apple. Where I said that looks like the Dota logo, because it does look like the Dota logo of the game.
Yeah.
At that point, I will
Okay.
show the video
Awesome.
for like the next 20 seconds.
Awesome.
So people can watch
So
it.
all 4 people that have watched this YouTube video will be able to enjoy that.
And you
as
may
well.
notice if you're watching and you're a fan that last week's after show isn't on there. That's because I deleted it. I was scrubbing through the files of my audio device. I was like, nah, I published everything. We're good. I pulled down all the raws. I didn't. It's gone forever. I think I'm going to get Bill. He doesn't know this yet, but I think we're going to do it again as a supplement video. And that way we can just call it what it is.
Bingo.
But we love you guys. We appreciate you hanging out. Are you going to do the stupid camera thing you always do?
Are you gonna actually do it this time?
Nope.
No.
All right. I love you guys. Glad you came. And we're out. Bill?
Peace out. TYPs.
Do it. Bye, guys.